Guys, today we have the big announcement. The thing you've all been waiting for is that Winky got new shoes. But also, nice, Grand from Blizzard is here with us today, and we finally get to hear what he has to say about the future of the game. So, Grand, if you can hear us, just make sure you can, and then we'll just
thanks for being
everything.
Here.
And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I'm super happy to be here. Before I get started, I really kind of want to, pass on the Classic team really wanted me to let everyone know kind of how appreciative they are to this community and how much we've kind of been watching and enjoying this challenge play out over, obviously the past, 6 months or so, but also the past few years. I think if you've been watching Classic for any amount of time, you could kind of discern that the Classic team has sort of been hardcore enjoyers for a while. We were developing Season of Mastery, and when we did, we saw the Road to Rag push start up and everything like that. And we put in the Soul of Iron system kind of as just a direct nod to that challenge. And it's just been a total pleasure to watch it kind of grow into what it is now. We believe that what we're seeing now is sort of a genuine moment for WoW Classic, and that's why I'm here. Our team is incredibly excited to let everyone know that we will be adding official One Life Hardcore Realms to WoW Classic era later this summer. I know, shocking. No one saw it coming.
Never have expected.
Totally unexpected. But we're excited to be here to finally confirm it. We'll be spinning up a public test realm for you guys to test out the full rule set sometime in the next several weeks. And while we're not totally ready to talk about every single little small detail, we did want to give a few tidbits to kind of give you a brief idea of how things might sort of work on an official hardcore realm. Obviously the realm will be one life. That's the most important rule. And once you die, you'll no longer be able to resurrect under any circumstances. But you may log in and interact with the game world as a ghost. This is mostly for logistical reasons, just to kind of allow you to, if you're a guild leader, hand over guild leadership or interact with friends that might be offline whenever you die, so you don't, lose some connections that way. And the other thing is, as this challenge has sort of started and evolved as really a community movement, we don't feel it's super appropriate for Blizzard to come in and be super prescriptive about how you choose to play and approach hardcore. And really the primary rule there is just that the journey ends when you die. This means that some aspects of the challenge that your players are currently undertaking might be optional on official realms, and it also means some of the restrictions that we preserve may work slightly differently or be a little bit more flexible. And really the main reason here is just to make an official hardcore mode sort of gel well with the kind of underlying social structures on which Vanilla WoW was built. At the end of the day, the goal is really to make this as social of an experience as possible, and all versions of WoW, of Classic Vanilla especially, be as social as possible. So to give you a little tidbit of one feature in particular that we're kind of excited about, this might be a little surprise because you don't really think of PvP as being a big focus on hardcore realms, but there are those times when a disagreement just really can't be settled with words alone. So we're adding a new feature for this, and we're calling it Duel to the Death, and it's exactly what it sounds like. We've had a lot of fun developing this. We think it'll be a really awesome sort of like high stakes edition, and a really fun thing, for obviously brave gladiators who want to undertake this kind of challenge, and also just spectators and people watching. The engineer who worked on this, he really wanted me to let you know that /mock Gorah is one way to initiate the challenge.
Yes.
As an Alliance enjoyer myself, even I thought that was pretty good. So, shout out to Chase, one of the engineers on the team that made that for us. So there's a lot more. And as I said earlier, we'll have a PTR up and running with all this for you guys to look at kind of sooner than you think. So please keep an eye out for that. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, there is one more thing. So we know that everyone's been patiently waiting for more information on a season. We've been watching a lot of commentaries. I know my DMs are filled up with Psalm 2 win a lot. And we want to let you know that, obviously while we're here to talk about hardcore and while we're very excited about hardcore is not a season. We've seen a lot of commentary from folks online. They're like, oh, well, the next season will just be hardcore. And it's like, no. But I can confirm we are hard at work on a season, and it's not hardcore, but we're hard at work on a season. I cannot say anything else right now, but you will have all the information on what the season is later this year. So with that, I really am heading out. Once again, really heartfelt thank you to the hardcore community. Heartfelt thank you to the Hardcore All Stars organizers, all the teams, the production crew who did a great job today. Just really heartfelt thanks from the Classic team to all of you. It has been so much fun playing. It's been so much fun watching, and we can't wait to play with you on official servers later this summer. So thank you, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Agrand. Thank you so much to the Classic Dev team for putting this into motion. Not just the hardcore thing, but the season mastery too. I'm so hyped. So thank you so much for being here.
It's not called It's not called Psalm 2, by the way.
Ooh, a season of mysteries, you could say.
That's still Psalm.
It's a season.
I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say that. All right,
I
guys.
can't wait to Matt Gora you, Sarth. Is that a verb you can do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
sure.
gonna Makara every 10 levels.
Yeah.
I Makara, you Makara, we Makara.
All right, there we go.
This is gonna be so much fun, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to announce it here on the finale of this event. We really appreciate it because it's such a community-driven thing, and we really, really appreciate you taking the time to come and say this with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been a pleasure, and I'm just so excited. Thanks, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Some claps in the chat for Grant. Let's go.
And we did it.
Blizzard. Let's go, guys.
To think, after over 3 years, hardcore servers are finally becoming official. I mean, I feel as though even 3 months ago, to so many of us, it felt like a pipe dream. You know, like, oh, yeah, it would be great, but Blizzard will never do it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the whole time, Blizzard can be sneaky. That's all I'll say.
They're like watching the whole time. They're like, we see what you're doing. We see the fun you're having.
Get in here, Lesmos. We got Lesmos.
We got
Big
Les.
shout out to Lesmos, by the way.
Les has
doing
been
production
holding
all
down
day.
production. Dude, thank you so much for the help today. Guys, this announcement is not only huge for us actually getting official Hardcore Realms, which we'll now be able to go and test in a few weeks, it said,
That's what he said, yeah.
on the PTR. And PTR means everyone can play. It's not like a closed beta. Everyone can play it. But on top of that, there is going to be something they're hard at work for the future of actual classic World of Warcraft. So you got to think there's differences.
What do you think that could be?
If they're hard at work.
Well, I mean, think about it. In data mining, for example, we heard a little bit about it on Epson chat on Winky's channel yesterday from Rockman himself. Rockman from Wowhead has been with us here in LA, talking about the different patch states that we've been seeing and have been data mined. 1.14.3, 15, or 1.15, these are big changes coming from WoW.
You're just throwing numbers at me.
Sure, a number is all we might know.
Yeah, that's that.
But I'm gonna go wild.
1.15.
My imagination is going to the moon.
Don't you get me started on that 15.
You're right. The only number you know is a 99.
Yeah.
So if we dig deep into what we just heard, so it's not Psalm. It's not called Psalm. It's Classic Plus.
I'm just gonna say, we don't know.
Well, he said it's not called Psalm.
I
It could
feel
be.
like it is literally
Classic Plus.
No,
I
it's
think
called
this is
Season
the
Mystery.
confirmation of Classic Plus, right? And it's like
Possibly.
they're hard at work.
Sarth, you've never exaggerated anything in your life.
Have you ever seen my YouTube? I've never exaggerated and never made ridiculous. Right, chat?
What could it be? It could be anything. I mean, I'm just excited for hardcore servers, I think, more than anything, and touching shoes with Winky. But, roving bands of ghosts wandering through Westfall is going to be really funny to see. And, who knows what they're going to add. There's so many small things that could just enhance the experience.
I'm wondering, where are the ghosts going to hang out? Is this going to be like you hang out
Goldshire
at Sorrow
RP.
Hill, Raven Hill, like all of the different real graveyards? Or do you hit up the Goldshire Inn?
Every ghost runs to one dangerous mob. Every ghost runs to one dangerous mob, and just so that in case it can cause the server to shut down, and someone dies to that mob, everyone plans
Can you
it.
/say as a ghost?
Yeah, I want to haunt other players.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to walk around.
Yeah.
You can slightly
be
move
fun.
their character like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
What if you could get like spectral glasses and like
you
put
could
them on
see
and
the
see the
ghost.
ghosts,
living.
right?
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Rockman,
Another,
I'm really curious what your take is. Get in here,
Rockman.
Rockman directly from Wowhead
round of applause for Rockman.
themselves,
Also known as Giga
sure.
Chad Rock.
also
Yeah,
known as
literally-
Giga Chad Rockman.
Yeah,
Here
That's-
for us today. I'm very curious what your take is on this.
Yeah,
announcement.
the next season should be called Season of World Buffs.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, can we get a round of applause for Rockman?
Short and simple. Couldn't have said
Short
it better.
and simple. Actually, genius.
Non-purgeable.
You should work for for Blizzard.
No,
He says
all
no.
right.
There's a lot of things also in the hardcore realms right now, right? That
Yeah.
are now going to be up for speculation. But things like DCing, things like if you like lag and your character dies, not even. Just
What's gonna happen to
DCing, like-
PvP? I mean, there's
What-
so much more to know.
Solo
there's so
self
much
found.
more information we need to find
know?
out.
Yeah.
But like, there's got to be these anti-griefer methods put into place, or else people are going to be so frustrated. It's like my character died. It wasn't my fault. I DC'd. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, but before we even get into like speculating, like in the future, I'm sure we'll hear a lot of upcoming information from Blizzard as things. I mean, he said it's not even like he said like it's relatively soon. The PTR is going to go right.
There's no more
So-
speculation. Like,
Yeah,
and
so-
it's fun to have these conversations too.
Yeah,
Actually
yeah.
confirm
I just,
hardcore servers.
I just want to say, I mean, a huge thank you to Blizzard. Right, this is something that we've been working towards for 3+ years as a grassroots community, and we've been really, really excited
It's fun to see,
for so long.
yeah,
right.
It's neat to see like this community be involved in something different. We've always been on Classic Era. We've always been on Bloodsail, Hydraxian Waterlords, these dedicated servers. In Season Mastery, we did Road to Rag on separate servers, and that was like a different round. And you don't deal with max level players on the server, so it feels that fresh. Feels like everybody else around you's on a level playing field, right? As if
Yeah.
you had one life, at least for the first week. And so it's neat to hear that there's actually a PTR, which changes everything, man. It's no longer
Yeah.
make believe. It's
two
no
freshes.
longer community run, which I am excited about.
Yeah.
Maybe I
We
don't
won't
know if
have
I
to
should
do
be worried
appeals
about that at all.
anymore.
but
We won't. Well,
Yeah,
so
we
that,
off Winky's
yeah,
shoulders.
we won't have to do
That's gonna
appeals
be
anymore,
Really nice.
like
which is huge
it's a
for
whole
me.
new
Yeah,
game.
your income
Yeah,
source.
Winky
might
does
dry
all
up.
of our
Yeah,
appeals.
actually, you're right. Yeah, I'll have to stop taking all those bribes for appeals. What? Not never. What? Come on, what?
I do
we're
want to
live?
say
I've never done that.
one
What?
thing that's so exciting about all of this, right, guys, is that this is such a community-driven event, and also without everybody getting into the hardcore scene, we never would have been able to push for getting Blizzard to think that it was worth it spending their time actually developing something like this. So we do have some people, some special guests that we will be bringing on to kind of hear their thoughts about the announcements. And the very first person we were going to be having today